The element of luxury always carries and it's tied to the concierge approach of business. A concierge that is anticipating your every move, answering your questions that you have thought through, but also the ones that you have not thought about. That is Lyndsi Sitcov, and that is why so many people in the District of Columbia look to her for all of their real estate needs.
I'm more than just your realtor. Like anything you need, if it's a contractor recommendation or which winery to visit in Virginia, or you have a special anniversary coming up and you're doing a dinner at X and X restaurant, like Pete and I probably know someone who works there, and I'm happy to make that phone call to make sure that it's like the most special experience for you.
The concept of like looking to Lyndsi, right? That's your thing, like look to Lyndsi. Can you tell us a little bit about what that means?
At the risk of sounding kind of cheesy, it's more concierge style service. I have a hospitality background, and I recognize that this can be a very stressful situation for people, especially first-time home buyers that have never gone through this before. There's so many different moving parts, so it's my job to be that resource and ultimately to prepare my clients, especially in such a fierce market, to make sure that they're setting themselves up for success.
Nobody really wakes up one day and says, I'm going to sell real estate, right? Like, I'm just going to go and start getting my license. Like, how does that happen for you? I mean, you end your tenure at Disney, you come over here and you start, essentially selling the district, right, to the world, right? Like, tell us a little bit about that and what you learned in that journey, transitioning from, college, Disney, into what you were doing before this.
So I was lucky, very fortunate actually. Graduating in 2008 wasn't the best time for the economy. And ultimately it led me to a job at the Convention and Visitors Bureau. So Destination DC is in charge with bringing not just tourism, but large scale conventions and meetings to Washington. So I affectionately like to refer to it as a glorified tour guide, but it was my job to make people fall in love with DC. And having this hospitality background has definitely made me super successful in the real estate world because I'm anticipating my clients' needs instead of just waiting for them to call me. I'm looking at listings and figuring out what makes sense for them versus what doesn't, instead of just like a set it, forget it. Like, oh, they'll look at the listings and tell me what they want. Like, I'm curating these lists for my clients. And then once we are under contract, making sure that they are prepared for, what could be a very stressful 20 to 30 days, but they're going to understand every step of the way that I'm behind them and that, we've talked about what's going to be coming down the pike so that there's no surprises.